Thank you, Ajay, for joining in today's interview. Hope you are doing well. How are you?
Th- Thank you, sir. I'm fine. What about you?
I'm also doing great. So, how was your day so far?
Sir, it's amazing day.
Great. So,
It
is
was
it
amazing.
raining at your place?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, nice. So, Ajay, since you have applied as a web developer, so before we start with our HR and technical rounds, I would like to know more about yourself.
Yeah, sir. First of all, thank you very much for giving me a golden chance, a golden opportunity to introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. I'm Ajay. I have completed my BE graduation from North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon, in the stream of electronics, and I have an experience of working as a web developer since 2 years. uh, I work efficiently, both individual as well as with the team. Okay. And I have learn and work on the various skills like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and jQuery. In my free time, I like to learn new things, and uh, I like to learn new. I like to read about the new technologies in my field, and learn and reading books is my one hobby in my free time. I seek new challenges and try to think differently while looking for creating solutions when I am in a trouble. And besides the details given in my CV, I am a quick learner, and I believe the learning from my mistakes. And I strongly feel that this virtue will strongly ahead in my life and in my
Okay.
career. My strength is my
Yeah, yeah,
strength
please
is
continue.
yeah, my strength is I'm a hard worker, and my dedication towards my work, and I have and my positive attitude. uh, my short term goal is to crack this interview, and my long term goal is to achieve the leading position in reputed organization like yours. This is about me. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much for describing your journey as well as yourself so elaborately. Thank you very much once again. So,
Thank you,
as you
sir.
mentioned that you had been working as a web developer in one of your organization. So, I would like to know that what what did you like the most about your job that you had been doing so far?
In From my job, I learned the most. I learned the most of uh, in my actually in my job. There are various new situations and new problems which are facing day-to-day life, and I like to accept the new challenges which are comes in our day-to-day life. Uh, that is about my.
Okay.
I
Okay.
like to.
So, as you, yes, yes, please
Yes, sir.
continue.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Over.
So as you mentioned that you liked all the challenges that you are getting in your current organization.
Yes,
So
sir.
if everything is going well, then why are you leaving your current job?
Yes, sir. Previously, I told that I like to face new challenges, and like to learn new things. Uh, Sorry, sir.
Yes.
I can't explain.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So right. So given a situation that, for example, you are hired in my company, okay, and you are hired as a web developer. However, due to some reason, there are no projects right now that I do have in my company. But I do have an opening with the technical support team in my company. So will you be changing your role and position uh, if my project or if the demand requires in my company?
Basically, sir, I like to work on that.
So if given a situation, suppose, so there is an opening in my technical support team, but you had been hired by my company as a technical support. Hey, sorry, as a web developer. However, since there are no projects as a web developer, I am thinking to place you in a position of a technical support. So will you change your role and go and join the technical support team in my company, or you will tell me that I am hired as a web developer, why will I do a technical support job? So what will be your reply to that?
I will not say about I'm higher on the only as a web developer. I like to learn new things. I will join the technical team support, and I will definitely learn new things from that job also.
Okay, thank you. So can you explain me a situation that happened, uh, or if you have got any experience like that, you are not in good terms with your project manager, and your project manager might have said you something. So how did you react to that? Did you face any such thing in your current organization or in your throughout your career?
If there is a conflict with my project manager and me, then if there is a problem regarding with my technical skills or like that, then I will definitely think about that. And if such things happen, that means if I weak in my technical skills or any other area, then definitely I will think on it and I will work on it.
Okay, so as you mentioned that you will work on it, so you did not face any such situation till now. So it's a hypothetical question for you, I guess.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So I would like to know that how much would you like to rate yourself as a web developer out of 1 to 10?
I will rate myself out of 1 to 10 with a 7 rating.
With how much? 7.
7.
So why should I hire you if there is someone better than you? You have given yourself 7, right? So it's not a full marks that you have given to yourself. So why should I hire you?
Basically, most of the cases when there is a person who believes that he has rating himself as 10 out of 10. That means it has uh, there is no if sorry sir, repeat.
There is no improvement. Do you mean to say?
Yeah, yeah, sir, yeah, sir. There's no improvement, and I will in actually I think that uh, no one is perfect in his career or in his life. Everyone should have some. negativities and some areas where he can improvement where improvement is needed. I will never describe myself as I am a perfect guy, but my important quality is that I like to learn new things. That's why it is my best quality. If any situation or any situation is happened, then I will definitely work on myself and keep going learning the new things, and which is definitely useful for your organization.
Right. Thank you so much. So, I would also like to know that how would you be an asset to my company or to this organization?
Sorry, sir.
How can
Still.
you prove? Okay, no issues. So, thank you very much, Ajay, for answering to all these questions.
Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
we will start with the technical questions right now.
Yes, yes, sir.
So, in between, if you want to have a glass of water, you can have.
No, sir. We will continue.
Yeah, before going to the technical interview, I would like to ask one question to Ajay.
Yes, sir.
Ajay, you mentioned that like you like to means face new challenges, right?
Yes, sir.
So can you please means tell us any of the challenge which you recently faced, and means what that challenge was, or what you did to means face that challenge.
In my previous job, there is a situation was happened with me. Basically I am a front end developer, but there is a case on the back end on the Node.js. But I tell my uh, I tell my project manager that I will definitely first learn that new things, and I will definitely work on it. That was my that that was my that was me for a new challenge, and which I will accept it, and I was work on it, and I successfully I successfully completed that task and project.
Okay, okay, thank you, Ajay.
Thank you, sir.
Right. So, Ajay, we are going to start with your technical rounds. Since you
Yes,
have
sir.
applied as a web developer, so our primary focus would be HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Yes, sir.
So, the first question that I would like to ask that what is the key difference between HTML elements and tags?
Okay, sir. Actually, HTML elements are the HTML tag is the describe the HTML elements. Uh, HTML tags are describe the HTML elements. HTML tags are enclosed in a greater than and equal to greater than and smaller greater than and smaller brackets, and HTML
Okay,
elements which describes the web page.
okay. What are attributes in HTML, and if you can give one example?
Sorry.
What are attributes in HTML?
Attributes in attribute actually in attributes are the attributes tells the more information about the HTML elements. There are different attributes in HTML, such as href attribute, which is used in anchor tag, src attribute, which is used in image tag, like that. There are various attributes in HTML.
Okay. So, have you ever used an embed tag in HTML?
No, sir.
You have not used it. Marquee tag in HTML, have you ever used?
Marquee tag, yes, sir. Marquee tag is used to scroll down the use in the scrolling down the HTML page.
Okay. Amol, if you like to add few questions over here.
Yeah. So Ajay, I would like to ask, what is meaning of doc type HTML tag in HTML page?
Yeah, sir. Doc type HTML tag gives the information about the HTML page to the search engine. And doc type uh, is introduced in HTML5, which is the latest version, was recently introduced in 2014.
Okay. Uh, so tell me, Ajay, do you get chance to use media query in any of your project?
Up to my these 2 years careers, I
Yeah.
will I was not use that media query time.
Then how you handle the responsiveness of web page? Do you know what is responsiveness of web page?
Yes, responsive web page is the uh, responsive web pages are the which are supported on the various platforms like mobiles and tabs and computers and laptops, all the screens.
Okay. So while developing means like projects in your current organization, you will not take care of all those things.
Yes, sir.
How you will take care of that? Means you mentioned that you haven't used media query. Then what is alternative for that responsiveness?
Sorry, sir. Skip that question.
Okay. So
Okay.
uh, yeah, one more question, Deep.
Yeah.
Then
Yes, sir.
I can ask. Okay. Uh, Ajay, can you tell me what is purpose of meta tag in HTML?
Yeah. Meta tags are used in HTML header. Meta tags contains the metadata. Meta tags contains the metadata, and metadata is the information or is the data for the data. Metadata gives the information about the data, and meta tags there are various meta tags in HTML5, like meta tag set, meta name, meta like that, meta character set, meta date, meta name, and meta language. There are various meta tags in HTML5.
Okay. While explaining this concept, you have used one keyword, that is metadata. What do you mean that metadata?
Metadata is the metadata gives the more information about the our data,
Okay.
Right.
which we have to
So,
use in our
right.
project.
So I guess you have used class attribute in HTML, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is class attribute? Why do we basically use that?
There are various attributes in HTML, like class attribute and ID selector class. Sorry, sir. One more time question. Can you repeat?
Yes. What is the use of class attribute in HTML?
Yeah. Class attribute. Actually, there are various attributes in. I have previously told there are various attributes in HTML. HTML class attributes use many use a number of times. We can use it number of times in our page or HTML page in documents.
But my question is, why do we use class? What is the use of class attribute? Yes, you can use it a number of times, but what is the main purpose of using class attribute?
Yeah, main purpose of using the various attributes, class and ID, they are used for styling the web page. By using by referring that class and ID, we can style our HTML page.
Okay. So since we have come into styling and all, so let's ask you some questions related to CSS.
Yes.
What is the box model in CSS?
Okay. Actually, box model is describes the layout layout to the any HTML element. In box models, we use different elements like border, first contain, after that padding, border, and margin. By using that box model, or we automatically select the various dimensions, like by using box model we cannot do any calculations for that elements.
Okay. So can you help me by let me frame the question in a different way.
Okay.
Can you give me one limitation of CSS?
Actually, one
So
limitation of,
CSS has got many advantages and
yeah,
disadvantages as well, right?
we
So
use
what is
CSS
the main disadvantage of CSS here?
due to
Do you think that CSS? Yes, yes, please continue.
basically CSS uses in HTML by using three different ways, like inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS. But I have no idea about this disadvantage of CSS. Uh, I think
Okay, no issues.
CSS.
Mhm.
Okay, sir, skip that question.
Okay, no problem. So can you explain me the difference between inline block, and block?
Yes,
Yes, please. What is the difference
inline.
between these three?
So just skip that question.
Okay, no problem. So I guess you have heard of different pseudo elements, right?
Yeah,
So what is a pseudo element?
pseudo elements. Pseudo elements are used to gives the styles of various parts of that element. For that, we use the pseudo elements. For example, after and before. If we want to uh, various give if you want to give various animations to that element. Suppose we want a line uh, under the any element, then we can use pseudo elements by using pseudo selector, pseudo class.
Okay, okay. So is pseudo element and pseudo class are same or different? Because you
Pseudo
mentioned both
element,
pseudo element and pseudo
yeah,
class. So what
pseudo
are they
element,
same thing?
pseudo no sir. So pseudo class is used to style that pseudo elements, and pseudo element is the part of the HTML.
So can you give some examples of pseudo classes?
Pseudo classes like suppose there is a situation like there is a one list, unordered list, and in unordered list there are various list like various LIs, and if I like to prefer any one LI, I want to give CSS on any one LI, they can then I will use pseudo selector for that, for choosing for styling that particular LI by using nth child selector, which is also a type of pseudo selector.
Yeah. So Ajay,
Okay.
tell me what are the different media tags or element introduced in HTML4?
HTML4.
Yeah. Media elements in
uh,
HTML4.
uh, there is a one media element used in HTML4 is a flash player.
Okay. And what about the HTML5?
HTML5 have various media elements like uh, canvas, audio and video, and
Okay.
uh, gift, GIF.
Okay. Got it. Do you, Miss? I guess you are aware about the heading tags, right? H1 to H6. So can you please tell
Yes, sir.
me what is size of H1?
No, sir. I will.
Okay. Yeah. There is another question on HTML. What is difference between figure and IMG tag?
No, skip.
Okay. Deep, 2 to 3 questions on HTML. Then
Yeah.
you can ask on CSS. Yeah. So Ajay, tell me what is the necessity of heading and body tag in HTML?
Heading and body tag in HTML.
Yeah.
Uh, Heading in HTML, heading all the contents or all the tags in
Let
heading,
let me
header or
clear.
heading.
Not heading means head tag and body tag is there, right?
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir. The tags which are comes under the head tag. Uh, uh, these all are the these all for the Java.
Okay.
This
No
all
worries.
gives the information about the documents, and this information gives to the uh, browser. And the different elements comes under the body tag will shows the elements on the document page, web page, on the web page.
Okay. Suppose in while writing HTML code, if I forget to use body tag, then what will happen? Suppose if I forget to write body tag and trying to run that HTML page, what will happen then in that
page
case?
uh, page 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 will render out, but data on that information on that body tag
Hmm?
in the body tag will not shown on the web page.
Are you sure about this? Have you tried this before?
Yes, sir.
100% sure? Have you tried?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Deep. That's about HTML questions from my side. You can ask some CSS question.
Yes, absolutely. So, right, I think you have used the calc function in CSS.
Yes, sir.
So, what does it do? do?
Calci function was introduced in CSS3, and it is a one advantage of CSS3. Calci function, by using the calci function, we can calculate the two different dimensions, like if you want to subtract one data in pixels and another data is in percentage, then calci function can give the calculation of that two different dimensional measure numbers with the proper calculation.
Okay. Uh, can you name the CSS selector which allows you to target every element in a web page?
Yeah, sir. There are various selectors in to select the HTML elements, like ID selector, class selectors. There are various tag selectors. There are various attribute selectors, pseudo selectors.
Uh,
These are the
right. I think you did not follow my question. My question was, can you name the CSS selector which allows you to target every element in a web page? So you just need to name that selector. What is that selector called?
okay.
With the help of which you can target every element in a web page. I'm not asking about individual selectors. I'm asking about that one single selector that help that can help you to target every element.
That element which target all and every elements within the HTML page, that was the uh, universal selector which selects the all the elements, which target all the elements.
Right. That's a correct answer. Okay. So we are done with CSS as well. So we'll start with some JavaScript questions. If you want, you can
Yes, sir.
have a glass of water in between.
No, sir, thank you.
Deep, before going to
Okay.
HTML,
Can you?
sorry, before going to JS, I would like to ask few CSS questions.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you know float property in CSS?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Float property which allows the web developer to arrange the various HTML elements in the tabular form without using the table tag. Like there are various float properties, like float left, float right, like that.
Okay. So tell me, what is CSS box model and what are its different elements?
Yeah, CSS box model will describe the which describe the layout of an HTML element. There are various in box model. There are various elements are there, like content, border, padding, and margin. By using that element, we can perfectly lay out the various HTML elements
Correct.
without doing any other calculations, manual calculations.
Yeah, correct. Good. So, uh, do you know Z index in CSS?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is that?
Z index, basically Z index shows the stack, what we say, a stack flow. Z index allows the stack flow of the element, like which element should be on the upper side, and which one should be the back side.
Okay. Okay, Deep, you can continue with this.
Okay, sure. So as you were answering the Z index question, means you mentioned that Z index basically helps us to identify which element is on the front side and which on the back side. So suppose if an element has got a higher z index than the other, so what will happen to that element? Will it be at the front or will it be at the bottom?
Actually, there are three types of giving the z index property, like 0, and positive and negative. The element with the positive z index will always be on the upper side, front side, that means.
Right. So suppose I am giving one z index as 10 and the other one as 11. So which one will be on the upper side and which one will be on the lower side?
11, the element with 11 z index will on the upper side of the 10th one.
Right. Okay. So now I'll ask a few questions from JavaScript as well. So
Yes, sir.
what are the different data types of JavaScript?
Basically, there are two data types in JavaScript. One is a primitive, and second one is a non-primitive, which is also called as a reference data type. In primitive data types are the data types which holds the actual value of the variable, and a non-primitive or reference data type will hold the references of the variables or datas. Primitive data types have examples: number, string, null, undefined, big integer, and non and reference data type have a example with functions, objects, and arrays.
Okay. So have you used recursion in any programming language? Do you know what is recursion in any programming language?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you used the constructor function in JavaScript?
Yeah, sir.
What is the use of it?
By using the construction function, we can make an object dynamic. For example, if there is a condition where we have to store the different objects with different key values, then by using the constructor method, uh, we can make a one object, one universal object. We can say that universal object, and every time we call with different arguments, we can pass, and uh, we can make a new function, we can know object. Basically, constructor is proper
Okay.
is method to the object.
Okay. Can you assign an anonymous function to a variable and pass it as an argument to another function?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, if we that function is called as a first class function.
Okay. Can you explain it a bit?
First class function is a function.
What is an anonymous function basically?
Anonymous function is a function mm, which declare globally, and with uh, sorry, sir, skip that question.
Okay, no problem.
I forget.
So do you know what is closure?
Skip question.
Okay. So can you please name some built-in methods in JavaScript? Do you know what a built-in method?
Built-in methods are predefined methods in JavaScript. I think so.
Yes. Can you give 2 or 3 examples?
Uh, Built-in methods like math methods, uh, square root of any number, find the square root of any number, seal method, seal method, and floor method.
Okay. So the final question that I would like to ask, how does type of operator work in JS?
Yeah, type of operator gives the data type of that variable. Type of operator is used to get the type of that variable, to know the type of variable, whether it is a string or number or boolean.
Okay. Amol, I'm done with my questions. Do you have?
Yeah. So Ajay, tell me what is difference between argument and parameter while talking about the function?
Yeah, sir. Whenever we define a function, let's suppose I have a function which with name is sum.
Yeah.
And in that function I will add two numbers like a and b, uh, and that the variables a and b will define in that function, in the bracket. When we define that values, when we define that variables, called as a parameter. And after the function was written, below that function, whenever we call that function with the arguments, which values will pass through that function.
Right. You are correct. Yeah. So can you please tell me what is triple equal to operator in JavaScript?
A triple equal to operator will check the data type and the value of that variable, both data type and
Okay.
value.
Okay. Okay. So do you know Boolean data type in JavaScript?
Yes, sir.
What is use of that?
Boolean data type Boolean data type use for the various uh, uh, functions like possibilities. If there is a flag on or off, flag is true, or for flag is false.
Okay. Normally for setting a flag, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So if I say define a JavaScript using only 4 words, how you will define?
Yeah, I will define the JavaScript in 4 words, like lightweighted, interpreted, object oriented, and client side or server side.
Okay. So you said like lightweighted means JavaScript is lightweight.
Lightweight, it consumes very less space.
Okay. And what about the object oriented? What are the different object oriented features in JavaScript?
Object oriented programming language. That means in JavaScript everything is a object, except primitive data types. And whenever the uh, JavaScript page render outs, then various HTML elements are to be converted into the objects.
Okay. Can we implement inheritance like object oriented property in JavaScript?
Inheritance.
Yes. Can we implement that in JavaScript?
So, sir, I have no idea about.
Okay. No worries. So do you know what are means what is arrow functions in JavaScript?
Yes,
Yeah. Can you please tell me about that arrow functions?
arrow functions are the functions which
You can take help of any of the example, and with example you can explain.
arrow functions will express the function with a linear expression, like if there is a if in ES5, there is suppose there is a function, for each function, where we use uh, sec- my
Yeah, you can take a help of
li-
any example and you can explain me. Means you can write example or code and you can send me, and through that you can explain if you want.
yes sir, yeah,
Yeah.
I want to type that code. सर लिख के बता सकता हूँ क्या?
Okay, no worries.
चैट बॉक्स में थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम आएगा.
No worries. You can skip this question. No worries. So, can you please tell me what is callback function?
Yeah, callback function is the function which pass as an argument to the another function. Callback
Okay.
function is basically type of the one type of function which pass as an argument to the another function, when that another function will be executed. After that, that callback function calls.
Okay. Correct. So, last question from my side. That will be a practical one. So, I will send
Yes
one
sir.
code. Just send me output of that. Yeah, this one. You are on mute, Ajay.
Yeah, first console has a result, that's the console.log subject1, which gives a nan, that means not a number, and console.log type of that subject1 is a string.
NaN is right, I guess, but type of that will be number, right? Anyways, you can look into this afterwards. Yeah, that's
Yes sir.
it. Deep, I'm done with my questions. All the questions.
Okay, so with that, we are coming to the end of today's interview. So the
Yes sir.
final question I would like to ask you, Ajay, that where do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years of time?
In next 5 years, I will see myself in the one of the leading position in the reputed organizations, like yours.
So leading position, I guess you have something in your mind.
Yeah, like a project manager, or
Okay, so you want to be a project manager, right? That's nice. So Ajay, do you have any questions for us?
yes sir. I have a one question. So what is the greatest challenge facing the company of
I didn't get you properly.
What is the challenges facing our company in last 10 years?
Means I guess Ajay want to say what are the different challenges we face in our company.
Yeah,
We are facing in our company, or our
yeah.
company is facing, or we are facing in our company.
We are facing in our company.
Okay, the challenges that we are facing. See, due to COVID, there have been various various kinds of layoffs that happened, different kinds of projects that got run down as well, got shut down. So for that reason, there were many challenges that we as an individual and as an employee had to face. But there is always a brighter side of the story as well. So this actually ensured us that we upgrade ourselves. So we learn new technologies. We started on different other modules as well as a company. And this helped us to grow as a company. So right now we are once again in a position to hire people like you, and definitely we are looking forward for our futures as well. Yes,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, if you ask me specific to me, means what is challenge, I would say to hire a good guy, means like to hire a good candidate for our organization is a big challenge.
that's well said. Yes, that's true as well. So there are actually a lot of people with degrees. However, the proper knowledge that the industry requires at this point of time is almost missing from 90% of the candidates. For that reason, we do not get a proper candidate always. So yes, so that is a great challenge for us as well right now that we are facing. So anyways, it was nice talking to you, Ajay. Thank you for giving your time as well. Uh, and stay safe. Okay.
Yes,
We'll
sir. Thank
definitely
you.
meet soon with all the feedbacks and everything, and hope
Yes,
you
sir.
will be improving with every passing interview.
Yes, sir, definitely. I will improve with my weaknesses. On my weaknesses, I will work on.
Thank you, Ajay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Ajay,
sir.
for your time. Thank you.
Be safe. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yes, thank you.